Warm-up lap comes to an end then, and the Molson Group sidecars line up with Ben and Tom Birchall on their Hayth Honda in pole position. Alongside them, Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement, his French passenger. Here we go then, lights on the W screen, Birchall's away, and Todd Ellis and Lewis Blackstock, number 95, shooting through on the red bike alongside. But did Todd Ellis hold second? Yes, he did. Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement, number 6, then following Ben and Tom Birchall from pole position. Blackstock and Rosny, Rob Biggs, Jerome Schmitz, his Dutch passenger on the other Santander Salt bike in the middle of the mix there, as through goes Scott Lorry with the Yamaha. That was a brave move by the number 72. The top three go through. It's 4th place for the all-black bike. Scott Lorry, Phil Bell coming through alongside Rob Biggs.
Yeah, he looks a bit loose there, and that number 72 out, but he's fought his way through. Yeah, with 6 on the grid, so he's gone forward 2 places. But Ellis is keeping Ben honest here on this opening lap.
Well, Todd Ellis was very close. In qualifying, they were split by 3/10 of a second, so it was pretty tight. Todd Ellis shadowed him all the way round. The Honda is quick, there's no doubt about it. Its centre of gravity is low. It's glued to the tarmac. These two, we talked about it before the race, John, these two are going to break away. But look at Lewis Blackstock. He did well at Cadwell. He's doing well again. Scott Lorry with his lady passenger, Shelley Smith, is going well. So in the top 4 outfits, we have 2 female passengers. Fair credit.
Yeah, that's great. It's great to see, isn't it? Yeah, they look really good. I was watching down here this morning, and you know, they're going really, really fast on this left, and they get on the power so early, but just on the way out, some of them a lot of wheel spin on the way out, and but this morning Ben was really special through there. He seemed to get on the gas a lot earlier than anybody else, and yeah, it was good. I was also talking to John this morning. He was really disappointing with his 8th place, but he's just got to keep going, the old boy.
Yeah, John Holden, TT winner. Scott Lorry, Shelley Smith is looking good. That battle behind them with Ben Holland on the only Kawasaki in the race, number 60, Ben Holland and Tom Christie.
He's got in the slipstream here, might have a look into turn 1.
Here we go. Todd Ellis, Emmanuel Clement. We're on lap 2 of 10. The weather conditions here at Snetterton, really, really fantastic. Lap record.
He's really trying. He was on the grass there on the exit there with Todd Ellis.
He certainly was. The sidecar record holder around here, Todd Ellis, 1:58.017. Well, let's have a look when they come round at the end of this flying lap and see what they've done. But Ben and Tom Birchall went well under that in qualifying.
Yeah, 56.8, that's incredible. That's the same speed I went on my Ducati just in the race before this, so it's unbelievable. 2 up on the 600, but yeah, he's looking for a way through. They'll just have to settle into the race now, and I'm sure he'll be reading his pit board, and Is running a little bit wide out of turn 1 up onto the grass there. He's really trying hard.
Bit of dust kicked up. Emmanuel Clement, not used to going grass track racing, but there it is. You can see the sidecar wheel, that big fat Avon slick on the loose stuff, the dust kicking up. He's really shadowing now. Let's have a look when they come over the line next time. Ben and Tom Birchall know they have a race on their hands. As I said at the outset, John, last weekend Todd Ellis won both races in the IDM ahead of Tim and Schlosser.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I read
Here
that.
he comes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, he's definitely having a look in. He's having a bit of he's probably looking where he's a little bit stronger or where Ben is a little bit weaker than him. And you know, it's a long race, 10 laps. There's no point doing anything too heavy at the minute. Just have a look, see where he can make a move and have a go later on in the race.
Well, yet to complete the second lap. We are still on lap 2. It's going to be interesting to see what time they do when they go over the line. Todd Ellis then looking really good. Here we come up then. Ben and Tom Birchall leading. He's slipstreaming. They're going to go over the line. We're going to get a lap time when they go over. This is going to be a quick one. 1:57.333. Not quick enough, but pretty good. It's impressive for the opening flying lap.
It's just enough, isn't it, to keep ahead of him? And I was talking to Ben this morning and Tom, and this is what they want. They want to get to racing, somebody to give them a run for the money, and this is great. Oh no, I've got a problem with the outfit here. What a shame.
Oh, would you believe it? Emmanuel Clement, hand in the air. So Todd Ellis's race is over.
Sounded like maybe the chain snapped or something just as they accelerated out of turn 2 there. What a shame.
Oh, that's it then. Benetton Birchall have it all sewn up then at the front at the moment, so a mechanical problem. All I can say, it'll be little consolation now, but all I can say is you'll be happy it happened in the British Championship, not a World Championship.
Yeah, I mean, you can take some consolation out of that he was right at the pace with Ben and Tom. That was another retirement here as well.
Scott Laurie and Shelley Smith is out of it as well, so they've dropped out of 4th place. Talk about a race of attrition. We're only on lap 3, goodness me. Early bath in for 4 people, 2 crews.
So that's the 2 ladies out then. They'll be off for an early bath.
They will. Hopefully not together.
So where does that leave us? Ellis in 2nd. No, he's gone, isn't he now? So.
That leaves Blackstock in 2nd, Rob Biggs in 3rd, and this battle now ahead of your mate John Holden and Jason Pitt. So Phil Bell and Jimmy Connell are going to be in 3rd place now, in 4th place, I beg your pardon, behind Rob Biggs. So Rob Biggs and Jerome Schmitz heading for a podium here. Meanwhile, the Virtual boys will be absolutely way up the road.
See, they sit much lower in their outfit. I don't know how I can see where he's going. He's only just about peering over the top of the fairing, isn't he? So he must just peer over the top of it and see where he's going. But this is a great race. This is the battle for 4th place, is it?
Battle for 4th place.
Yeah.
It is indeed. Yeah, it's the battle for 4th. Here we go, Andy Peach is in there. That's Rupert Archer, number 70, ahead of Andy Peach and Ken Edwards. There's young George Holden, John Holden. There's Craig Curry. Yeah. Craig Curry, number 42, who's just ridden against you in the Ducatis, going underneath George Holden. First season on a sidecar outfit. He's not doing a bad job, be fair.
He's doing a good job. I had a look at his outfit the other day, and whoa, that was a late lunge there. On a little bit of paint swapping as well on the exit, but that was a brave move. Nice move.
Andy Peach and Ken Edwards rocketing through on Rupert Archer and Phil Hyde.
I was looking at Curry's outfit, and I think he doesn't have a gear lever. He might have an air shifter or something on the handlebars. He struggles a little bit with the change in the gears, and it must be difficult switching from the Ducati Cup and then straight onto a sidecar. But these two are still having a bit of a dust up.
They really are. Rupert Archer and Phil Hyde and Andy Peach, Ken Edwards. Their Hannafin bike. Now this is what you talked about at lunch. Andy just went for it, vastly experienced, of course, former Grand Prix passenger and former Grand Prix driver. So he's been there, done it, worn several T-shirts and is looking good. Bell and Holden together.
This is a lot better from John. It's a lot more encouraging. This morning he was. I went to see him after the qualifying. He was really, really downbeat with himself. I'm like, John, just enjoy the racing. He just so wants to do really, really well, and here he comes again on down the end of the back straight.
John Holden, Jason Pitt then taking Phil Bell and Jimmy Connell, and looking good as well on the Adolph RS chassis. This is not an LCR. The LCR, the Lewis Christian Racing outfit's the most popular chassis we use. John Holden has got an Adolph RS, which is built by Rudi Schmidt in Germany, and so we have.
Yeah, great to see, isn't it? Different manufacturers. Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
I remember 2002. I had the privilege of going out with Steve Abbott at Assen. I'm sure he won the world. He did win the world title that year on a 1000 Yamaha, and he had.
It was a Windle, yeah.
Windle, yeah, he was the chassis. So I jumped in the outfit and did 2 laps of Assen, and when I got out of it, I was absolutely buggered. I had arm pump, and my respect for the sidecar boys went up so much then.
Well, I know you've got an affinity for it, and that's why you're sitting here, and that's why you enjoy it. You like all sorts of racing, and I have not given up all hope that we'll get you in one of these things competitively one of these days. It just needs the right outfit, the right bike, and the right deal.
I'll have a go one day, I'm sure. I can fit my belly in one of them. My belly's a bit big now, but I've had a go on one. I had a go on Tim Reeves at Donington, the long bike, and I really, really enjoyed it. I had a run around with Ben Birchall. He sort of showed me the lines, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Phil Bell, Jimmy Connell then having a look back at John Holden here. By no means given up this battle for 4th place. Ahead of them, the Birchall boys now 9 seconds up the road ahead of Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney, with Rob Biggs and Jerome Schmitz a similar amount of distance behind them. But this is the battle for 4th, and that's where the action is. Peach and Archer doing their own thing behind these boys as well. But John Holden
just holding him off, isn't he? So
yeah, he is indeed.
He's got a better run onto the back straight now as Bell, so I might have another little look at him into end of the back straight.
But Phil Bell doesn't race at every round. You know, he's done a bit of, I won't say cherry picking, because that implies that he goes for the easy money. Tell me there is no easy money. There's no money.
There's no money in this job. These boys are just doing it for the passion and the enjoyment, and they do enjoy themselves in the paddock. So if you ever need a Slurpee Red or a glass of wine, then or a beer, just slot yourself down there at the Sidecar paddock.
You have to stand in the queue behind me.
Yes, excuse me, ignorance, but this is one of the Bell brothers, the famous.
It's a family member. It's well, of course we've got the Bells at TT with sadly had a fatality.
Yeah, sure.
And but
yeah, sadly, but it's still great to see them colours. It's a famous colour in it. Have been around a long time.
It's the Bell racing dynasty. Let me put it that way. There's Andy Peach, number 4, with Ken Edwards on the life safety Yamaha with the Hannafin bike. Oh, this is another Adolf RS chassis Rupert Archer's got. So
seems to be a lot of rubber down the side of this outfit here. I think these two have had a bit of previous through this race. There's Avon tyre on the front of the number 70 bike and down the side of it.
Ben and Tom Burchell out in front on lap 6 of 10. Well, they've absolutely dominated this championship. I've lost count. The only time they haven't won is 2 races at Cowboy Park when Todd Ellis got the better of them. So here at Snetterton, as we are getting into the last 6 races in the season, they're going to pick up another 25 points. Craig Curry looking good as well in 8th place, so that's a great result for him. But he is some 4 seconds behind Rupert Archer.
He was just saying he was getting a little bit tired on it after jumping off the bike then onto this. It's just because he's had COVID, hasn't he? He was really close to.
I think he was hospitalised twice.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was quite close to losing, losing the battle. But I saw him this morning, and he's looking a bit better, and it's good to see him out on the bike.
Yeah, so anybody who thinks COVID is not to be feared, think again. It has to be taken seriously. These are fit guys. They're not just they're not walking wounded. They're fit men, and if something lays you low, then it's got to be pretty serious. John Holden, Jason Pitt, number 2, holding their own against Phil Bell and Jimmy Connell. But there's a good race going on here, and similarly, Peachy, if anything, Andy Peach is closing. Maybe these two scrapping. Maybe they're tripping each other up a bit.
Yeah, and just. They'll be getting a sniff now, maybe in the slipstream zone in a lap or 2, and then with a bit of a lunge towards the end of the race. I saw old Conrad Harrison walking around the pitch today. He's a Sidecar boy, and he won a TT before. He should be out there.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah, Dean Harrison.
I think he's the babysitter at the minute for Dean's kid. He seems to be pushing the pram around doing the babysitting.
That comes to us all.
Yeah, that'll be me next one. I
hope
not. I don't want to be a granddad just yet.
It comes to us all. It's not far off, I tell you. That's not inside information. Look at this. Oh, look, Belly looking on the outside there. Looked on the left. He's not giving up, has he, Phil?
No way. No. He'll want that place. He'll be wanting to get one over on Johnny.
This is
I don't know where he's going to do it. I don't know what it's like on the sidecars, whether it's sort of difficult to pass around here, but I would imagine this is a great passing point into this hairpin and then down the back straight. It looks pretty one-liney in some of the places.
Well, Phil Bell, no stranger to this. He knows what he's doing.
I'm just watching the sidecar wheel there. It keeps lifting a lot on John's bike. That's what he was moaning at to me this morning. So he can't keep the wheel down the ground, and really struggling on the left-handers.
Well, if the back end lets go, then the wheel stays down. If it's too gritty on the back, I don't know, it depends what compound he's gone for on a big Avon slick. If he's got a sticky one in there, then maybe that's...
It just says it doesn't matter how far the passenger hangs out, he just cannot keep it to get it to go around the left-handers.
There's also about 5 positions of movement on the sidecar wheel. The sidecar trail, you can move it up and down as well, so that also affects the cornering on left-handers. But John Holden, then you're quite right, there is daylight between the sidecar wheel and the tarmac, but Phil Bell senses that he can do something here, doesn't he? He's on lap 8 of 10, 7 completed.
Seems to be sort of defending into the bends, doesn't he? I probably can hear him behind. He knows he's having a look at him, so he just seems to come out of the corners a little bit tighter than the other driver.
Well, the race leaders are on 8. These are still completed at lap 7. Yeah, you're right. Let's have a look and see if he can slipstream John Holden up the way. Here we go. Andy Peach then. Peach and Edwards seem to have gone missing. Oh, the hand in the air. Ken Edwards, another retirement here. That's a shame. Andy Peach was going really well there on the back of these boys in 6th place, but it's an early bath for them as well. Ben Holland, Tom Christie are out. We really do have only half these guys running now, or just over half. Ben and Tom Birchall, no mistake for them at the front.
They're great to watch, aren't they? They're absolutely poetry in motion. So it must be so frustrating. Look at Tom, you can't even see him in the outfit coming down the straight.
They're great to watch, and they're great when they've got their fairings off and you're looking at the machinery. They're a work of art, aren't they?
Yeah, the bike's absolutely prepared beautifully. And I think they've got, on the spanners is Kyle Rydstad. I think he's on the spanners with the Birchalls.
Wonderful.
And there the wheels up high again on John's bike. It's a different chassis though, isn't it, to the other one? This is an Adolf.
It is.
That John's in to an LCR.
Yeah, the LCR being ridden by Phil Bell, who's coming alongside now. Oh, goodness me! That was maybe camera angle, but it looked as though he was having a very close look there.
I think he's getting a little bit frustrated.
Yeah,
he
is.
wants this 4th place.
We're talking 4th place here. The podium at the moment, Birchall, Blackstock and Biggs. And here goes Phil Bell this time. No, what a terrific scrap this is, all the way race long. Leaders then on their
9th lap.
9th lap. And these guys still completing lap 8. The gap 20 seconds Birchalls have over Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney. That's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, the last lap still in the 57s, 57.2. So, and yeah, they're still doing purple sectors as the race goes along.
56.894 they've done now.
So that's just done. No,
that's it.
What, 200ths of a second slower than they did in qualifying.
So that's a new lap record. 56.894.
Impressive.
Previously held by Todd Ellis, 58.017 from last year. Still this battle rages.
This is the move.
Yeah, keeps showing the front end, doesn't he?
He's going to have a go. We can just feel it. You can just sense he's going to have a go somewhere.
Ian Bell is Phil's father.
Right.
Jeff Bell, sadly, we lost.
Yeah.
That's it. I've been trying to get it all right in my head.
Yeah, it's difficult to talk about it, but it's great to see the boys out there. Oh, one guy on the grass.
Or the other way around. Anyway.
That was out, number 72 outfit stopping. That's grass tracking. Nice.
Yeah, Shelley Smith is having a bit of a pirouette there. I'm still not sure about the Bell thing. Apologies, gentlemen, if I've got it wrong, but I will make sure that we've got that cleared up by tomorrow.
He might have just put a 10th into him here on this last lap. It looks like he's got it covered. Is John?
He does, yeah, he does. Well, it's been a race of retirement, which is a great pity. The fun came out of the front of it when Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement retired with obviously what was a mechanical problem. They completed 2 laps and then it was game over for them, which was a huge disappointment. But as I say, they'll be happy or relieved is the right word that it didn't happen in the World Championship round when it mattered. And here we come then. Phil Bell, John Holden, this the battle for 4th place. They've got one more lap to do. They are on their final lap. The Birchalls are 23 seconds up the road ahead of Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney. And here we go. Through he goes on the final lap. Is he going to stay and keep it tight? John Holden then pushed back down to 5th. Is there any way back?
No, I'm not so sure. He's been weighing that move up, hasn't he, for the last 3 laps, and he went through nice and clean and tidy. So unless John's got anything left for him, another retirement.
Brian Gray, Rick Lawrence. It looked as though Brian Gray lost Rick Lawrence. Oh, he did. Oh, Rick Lawrence, I have to say, back in business after quite some layoff. So formerly British champion with Roger Lovelock.
Great to see him straight on his feet though and up and away. So, but here's Ben coming to the last corner now to take the victory. Yeah, commanding performance there by Ben and Tom.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Ben and Tom Birchall then, victory here over the line. Not threatened once Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement had departed. And now the battle further down the order. Where has that put Holland and Christie? Well, they're still running, but they are 2 laps adrift at the moment. They're way down in 13th place. Don't know what happened to them. There was obviously a problem. Here we go. Blackstock and Rosny, runners up, number 95. Rob Biggs and Jerome Schmitz, the number 5 outfit. The Santander Salt teammates of Todd Ellis and Emmanuel Clement bring it home third.
Ooh.
And it is
Still
fourth. Yeah, it is fourth.
It was a little bit leery there coming into the last chicane, but no, he wants his 4th place and he's got it covered.
Yeah, John Holden will be, well, he'll be a rueful, but there wasn't a lot he could do about it, was there, John?
No, I think he will take that one on the chin. You know, it was a good race, and that's what it's all about. It's good, hard, fair racing, and that's what it was, and he got the better of him at the end.
Rupert Archer, Phil Hyde, 6th place and 10 points. Craig Curry, Justin Sharp, good for him, fair play.
Yeah.
He'll be feeling tired, won't he?
He will be feeling tired, yeah, racing those and racing about solos as well, but and then coming back off that illness, so that's encouraging. It's the first time he's ridden them this year, I think, as well.
George Holden brings it home in 8th place, but we have Ben and Tom Birchall, another victory, home and dry here on the Hayth Honda. That record 156.894. Well, that is incredible.
That's some pace, yeah, 156.89.
There it is, 23.3 seconds the gap over Blackstock and Rosny, but they have a respectable place in the championship. Biggs and Schmitz on the podium. Bell, Holden, you saw that battle all the way through. Archer, Curry, great. George Holden, Kevin Cable and Scott Laurie completing the top 10, even though he had a few spins along the way.